everybody. A topic that comes up often is how to find a therapist and what is the difference between a therapist, a psychologist, and a psychiatrist. So I'm going to use this time to help inform everybody so that you can be a better psychology consumer. So first of all, the differences in the degrees. A therapist completes a bachelor's degree and then goes on to complete 2 years of a master's program where they learn therapy techniques. So they have a master's degree, and they are required to do some internships as well, sometimes depending on the program, some research. A psychologist, then they complete that master's degree, and then they go on to complete an additional 4 years of education where they fine-tune their therapy techniques and also usually develop a specialization. So for instance, like if they wanted to specialize in eating disorders, they would focus on that, and all of their internships and like practicum experiences would relate to that specialization. Also, a psychologist, once they complete those 4 years, they do a 1-year internship program where they work full time as an intern under a licensed psychologist. And they have that 1 year of supervision, usually within their specialty. Then after they complete that, they have 1 year of a postdoc experience where they work in the field under supervision before they can take the test for their license. So there's a considerable difference between a master's level therapist and a psychologist. Somebody who has a master's degree cannot call themselves a psychologist. You have to have that additional training. Credential wise, if you're looking for a therapist or a psychologist, a therapist will have the credentials of usually a licensed professional counselor, or sometimes a licensed clinical social worker. So you'll see, those letters behind their name. A psychologist will have either a PsyD, a PSY.D, or a PhD, depending on the program that they went to. Now, a psychiatrist is totally different. A psychiatrist does their 4 years undergrad, usually pre-med, biology, chemistry, then they go to medical school. So they are medical doctors, and it is a complete different specialty. Once they complete their medical degree, they do a residency where they specialize in psychiatry. And their primary role really is to prescribe psychiatric medications. So if you're looking for treatment and you want therapy, you can either go see a therapist, or if you have a condition that requires more of a specialization, you'd see a psychologist. If you are interested in medication for a psychiatric condition, you can start by visiting your family doctor, and if they feel like they can't handle things, they might refer you to a psychiatrist who has that expertise. So those are the main differences in specialty. If you are looking to get some help, there's some other things that you need to consider as well. What are you looking for help for? If you want couples therapy, it would be best to see somebody who has a license in marriage and family therapy, LMFT, after their name. When you're looking, like a lot of times people will look on Psychology Today now. It's a great website. Most people in the field have their profile on there, so there's a picture, their bio, look through everything about them, make sure that they have the credentials you're looking for, the specialty that you're looking for, male female preference, depending on what's going on. And also financial information, do you plan on using your insurance, or are you self-pay? There's also EAPs, which is an employment assistance program, where sometimes your employer will allow you to have, say, 6 free sessions under an EAP. So if you have that, you might want to check with your insurance and your employer, and then you could take advantage of those free sessions before you start billing your insurance and getting charged a copay. The other thing to consider too is now, like since COVID, do you want to do therapy online or in person? There are still practices seeing people in person. I think after COVID, there's a lot less because there's just more of a demand for online services. There's less overhead that way. And I think newer people in the field are seeing it as a way to make some better money and to work independently. The downside on that is if they don't have a lot of experience, they haven't had that direct supervision and experience over the years, and they're working independently, which in my opinion is a little bit of a concern. So when you're looking for help, you can read in the bio, like, how long have they been working in the field? How much experience do they have? It's really important. I think that covers just about everything. Basically, I just want people to understand the differences and be informed. So Sabra says, be an informed psychology consumer and know that help is available if you need it. That there is also a crisis and suicide hotline, so you can dial 988 if you are in need of immediate help. Take care and have a good day.